This is Mobius ASMR, and today I got another glass jar for you. Except this one is not filled with pens, but with all my loose change. This masonry jar is a really good way to store all this. So, I'm gonna count all of it for you, and we'll see how much change I got. I don't know about you, but I really like to count coins. It's got some interesting sounds. I'm sure some of you out there do like the sound of rustling coins. Luckily, I have a whole bunch of quarters in here. Lots of quarters means big money, right? Let's put these back in. One thing I've noticed with the mic on this webcam is that it's quite sensitive. So hopefully none of this is too loud. I actually wanted to do a soft spoken voice instead of a whisper, but my voice just was kind of booming. So I decided just to do a whisper instead. Okay, so let's dump these out, and we'll start counting. let's start separating the different coins. Now I could start putting them into piles of certain amounts. But I have so many pennies, I kind of just want to separate them all at once. And we'll pile them up later. Now, of course, there are a lot of different ways you could sort this. You can make piles of certain amounts as you're sorting out the different coin types. I'm opting just to separate out the different ones first before I make them into stacks. I'm also not going that fast because I don't want to make too much noise. That wouldn't be pleasant. Just kind of defeats the point of ASMR, don't you think? Slowly but surely we're getting there. Sometimes I accidentally put some things in the wrong pile. If we don't catch now, we'll at least catch it as we're sorting it and counting. It's kind of funny as you do this. You look at something like a penny and you realize it costs more than a penny to make a penny. I don't know what the official cost is to make one, but it's an interesting thought. I can't say I'm in the same camp that wants to abolish the penny, but it's an interesting thing to think about. I honestly think, ultimately, dropping the penny and rounding up or down to the nearest 20th of a dollar might actually consumers or businesses, depending on how the rounding was done. Because after a while, it does add up. If any of you have ever seen the movie Office Space, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so all the coins are separated out into dimes, quarters, pennies, and nickels. I think because I have the fewest nickels, or nickels are the fewest of what coin I have, I think I'm gonna count them first. To avoid it being too noisy, I'm gonna drop the coins on this piece of cardboard. And once I count them, I'm gonna tally it onto a piece of paper here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have $1.25 in nickels. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we have 3 left over. So that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 30 cents. So $5.30. So now let's put these in the jar. Unfortunately, I don't have any Sacagawea dollars. Or 50-cent pieces. Okay, so now the quarters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's awesome. It's even. Even dollar amount. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, $13 in quarters. So now I'll write that down. Now into the jar they go. Okay, so now we have the pennies. Now, there's a lot here, and I don't want to make too much noise, enough to bother y'all. So, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll start, but then I'm gonna use the old movie magic to make it look like I did them really, really fast. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I think I'll just stick to counting these in 25s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're on the home stretch. Just a few more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So altogether we have $2.07 in pennies. That's a lot of pennies. So I'm going to add all this up real quick. Simple arithmetic. So grand total, I have $21.62 in change here. That's a chunk of change. So let's put all these pennies back in the jar. So here we have the end result. Everything's back in its jar, as it was beforehand.